Before humans were ever created, there existed a race unlike anything we know today. At first, they lived in peace, but with time, they strayed from the path of righteousness. They came to believe they had the right to commit oppression and cruelty in every form. At last, Allah made his decision. He sent down an army of angels, and among them were some believing jinn. One of these jinn, a leader in knowledge and a guide for the believers, rose to such a high rank that he stood even among the angels. He taught knowledge to them, led them in battle, fought for justice, and finally restored peace to the earth. After victory, he established a kingdom. But what will shock you is that this is the story of Satan, before he became Satan. In this video, you will see the life he lived before his rebellion. We return with another surprising story. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and like the video so you don't miss more stories like this. If you're ready, let's begin. Wherever you go in the world, across every culture, there is always a figure like Satan who deceives mankind. In Greek mythology, it is Hades. In Zoroastrianism, Ahriman. In ancient Egypt, Samael. In Kabbalah, Azazil. In Jewish and Christian traditions, the same name appears, and in Syrian folklore, he is known as Azazil. Though the names differ, the figure is always there. But why is this character so universal? To understand, we must return to the very beginning, when Azazil was not Satan, but honored among the angels, even teaching them knowledge. Before Allah created Adam, peace be upon him, there was a race called the Jaan. After them, Allah created the jinn, and Iblis was among them. We learn this from a verse. We created mankind from dry clay formed from dark mud, and before that, we created the Jaan from smokeless fire. In Christian and Jewish traditions, Satan is described as a fallen angel. But in Islam, this is not true. The Quran clearly tells us that Iblis was a jinn, not an angel. Prostrate before Adam, they all prostrated except Iblis. He was one of the jinn, and he disobeyed the command of his Lord. His name Iblis means despair, but before this, his name was Azazil. It is said his face was radiant and beautiful like the angels. The Jaan first lived in the heavens, perhaps meaning another world, galaxy, or realm beyond our understanding. Later, they asked to live on earth, promising obedience to Allah's commands. For thousands of years, they lived like humans and jinn, with free will, created for worship and recognition of their creator. They had 70 tribes, and though they worshipped Allah for a long time, eventually they turned astray, spread corruption, and even killed the prophets sent to guide them. The first of these was Emir ibn Imran, whom they murdered, along with others after him. So Allah sent an army of angels led by Azazil. They fought the Jaan, defeated them, and drove them off the earth. As the Quran says, O assembly of jinn and men, did not messengers from among you come to you, reciting to you my verses? Afterward, the earth was given to the jinn, and Azazil was appointed both leader of the angels in this task and ruler over the jinn. At that time, Azazil was deeply devoted in worship, more than any jinn. His sincerity was so great that Allah raised him to the heavens. It is said he lived in each heaven for 300 years, constantly in worship, and then spent another 300 years in paradise itself. Once, Azazil was a close servant of Allah, honored with a lofty rank. His special status allowed him to exist both on earth and in the heavens. The angels praised him, learned from his knowledge, and attended his lessons. But one day, some angels read the decree written on the Lawi Mahfuz, the preserved tablet. One of Allah's closest servants will be tested, disgraced, and expelled from his presence. Troubled, they went to Azazil and told him. He replied, This calamity is neither for us nor for you. I have read this inscription for years. Still, the angels insisted he pray for them, so he raised his hands and prayed, O Lord, protect them from this calamity. Yet deep in his heart, he never thought it could be him. Pride blinded him from fear. Another narration says that when Azazil saw the decree, he asked Allah, O Lord, who is this Satan? Allah replied, One of my servants, blessed with many favors, but he disobeys me. I will disgrace him and cast him out. Azazil then said, O Lord, show him to me, so that I may destroy him. Allah answered, You will see him soon. Because of his rank, Azazil grew arrogant. He thought, I can move freely between heaven and earth. Both angels and jinn are under my command. This was the seed of pride that would transform him into Satan. Allah, who knows the secrets of every heart, revealed these hidden thoughts to the angels. This holds a vital lesson. Never rely solely on worship or high status, and never let arrogance creep in. Then Allah said to the angels, I am going to place a Khalifa, successor, on earth. The angels asked, Will you place one who will spread corruption and bloodshed, while we glorify you and sanctify you? Allah replied, I know what you do not know. When Azazil heard of a new creation destined for earth, he grew uneasy. He feared this Khalifa would take the earth from them. At first, he imagined this creation would be made of light, like the angels, and under his command. But when he realized Allah was indeed creating something new, he thought, just as I drove out the Jaan, I will drive this new creation away with my army. The Quran says, and, remember, when your Lord said to the angels, I am creating a human being from clay, from mold dark mud. Hearing this, Azazil reasoned, if this being is made of clay, then the earth remains mine. For I am made of fire, and fire is superior to clay. Fire is strong, while clay is weak. His arrogance shaped this false logic. Then Allah commanded the angels to prostrate before Adam. All obeyed, except Azazil. He refused, grew arrogant, and became a disbeliever. This prostration was not worship of Adam, but obedience to Allah's command, like turning toward the Kaaba in prayer. Yet Azazil defied it. Allah said, O Iblis, what prevented you from prostrating to what I created with my hands? He replied, I will never bow to a human made of clay. Allah said, Then get out. You are accursed. My curse will remain upon you until the day of judgment. From that moment, Azazil became Iblis, the despised and rejected. His radiant form was stripped away, his angelic honor lost. Iblis begged, Grant me respite until the day of resurrection. Allah replied, You are granted respite until the appointed time. Iblis then declared, Because you led me astray, I will wait on your straight path. I will come to your servants from the front, from behind, from their right, and from their left, and you will find most of them ungrateful. Allah said, Get out, disgraced and banished. Whoever follows you, I will fill hell with all of you. Later, Adam and Hawa, Eve, were placed in paradise. They were told, Eat freely from anywhere, but do not approach this tree. But Iblis, now their sworn enemy, was allowed near them as part of their test. He whispered to Hawa, Allah only forbade this tree so you would not become angels or live here forever. He swore he was their sincere advisor. Hawa ate, and when nothing happened, she urged Adam to do the same. But as soon as he ate, their garments fell, and they covered themselves in shame with leaves. So Allah decreed, Go down, some of you enemies to others. On earth you will have a dwelling place and provision for a time. And this is the story, the destruction of the Jaan, the creation of Adam, and the fall of Azazil, who became Iblis, the Satan. His end was tragic, from the highest honor to the lowest disgrace. From then on, he swore never to befriend mankind and vowed to mislead humans with every deception until the end of time.